welcome to you talking to me at Euranet Plus. Our guest this week is a German MEP, member of the European Parliament, Axel Voss. Welcome. We're going to talk about data protection and the EU sharing data with the US after the spying allegations. And in the European Parliament, you asked for a suspension of one program called the TFTP. It's the terrorist finance tracking program, which is about letting the Americans have information on European banking transfers. You asked for a suspension, but then the Commission decided last week to not suspend it, and quite a few of your colleagues in the Parliament were quite upset with this decision. So what is your opinion on this? Was it a good decision from the Commission?
So from my point of view, yes, because I'm the one who would like to have the TFTP program still installed. This is because of we would like to see what's going on in finance issues on terrorists. And so I think this is a good possibility to fight terrorism also in these financial matters.
It has already bring some results, by the way.
Yes. Always together with other data. It's not only the finance data that will lead you to some terrorists, but together with other data, so you will have, or to find out, even if you have a kind of a Breivik murderer in Norway, so you can find out is he acting alone or together with other.
But still, there were very serious allegations against the US. Weren't the Americans? Weren't the Commission too soft and let the Americans get away too easy?
No, is it a question of power between the European Union and the US?
No, I don't think so. So at first we thinking about finding terrorists, and we still think, so from my political group, I would say we are convinced it's necessary to observe the situation in financial issues. And if we are suspending now this agreement, nobody will do this. And therefore, I think it's necessary that we have still this in work and that the Americans are able to find out or to single out some persons.
So firstly, the security of our citizens.
Yes. And so on the other hand, we have installed a lot of data protection safeguards in this agreement. And if we are now suspending these, this is the first time that the EU could install data protection issues for getting the right balance between security issues and data protection issues. And this is the first time we installed this. And now coming all the other political groups and saying, oh no, we should suspend this. This is not, from my point of view, the right way to go forward, because we have to think about how we would like to deal with the Americans, and an agreement is the right way to go, or to find a balanced situation. And if we are pressing them for more data protection issues, like we did already in this agreement, this is the right way. Otherwise,
but
you're not able to.
The Commission said there was no evidence of a breach of our agreement by the American authorities. Well, considering that obviously there was an American cyber attack on SWIFT, which is the base in Belgium worldwide interbank financial network. Considering that, this is very surprising. And moreover, the European Commission made no inquiry on that. They just received two letters from the US Treasury Department, and they had two meetings in October and November 2013 with the American authority. Basically, the US authorities said we did not do anything wrong, and the European Commission said, oh, okay, I believe you.
So we, in our hearings regarding all the NSA and PRISM issues, we had also asked the SWIFT company, and if they have some evidence that they have someone broken into their system and stole data, and they
it happened.
explained explained to us that they have a very intensive and secure system, and they would know, so they told us, they would know if someone broke into it, the Swift company. And they would know if someone had broken into the system. And so they even could find any evidence about this situation. And so we don't have any evidence or proof at all. Swift is saying no one has broken into my system.
Was it a good enough investigation, you think?
So I think Swift investigated this quite directly and intensively, because they have to lose a lot of their soft skills if someone has broken into their system.
But the European Commission did not make any inquiry.
No, I don't think so. They are investigating, not like Swift is doing this. So they are trying to find out on diplomatic and political channels, but and also on this ad hoc group. They are coming together and exchanging their views. But now the Netherlands, or the data protection officer from the Netherlands and the Belgium, and from Belgium, they are investigating now more detailed also, but the outcome of these results might be in February, March. So I'm quite curious what will be the outcome, but so far we can't say anything. So the US government stated officially the government has not, and this including the NSA, has not collected data from SWIFT. And from my point of view, it doesn't make sense, because they have already the SWIFT on an official way. And even, again, if we would suspend this agreement, we are forcing the US to go to the SWIFT net illegally, and this is not what we should do.
What they maybe already did.
Probably, we don't know, but we don't have really a proof. And if you would like to suspend an agreement, then you should have something in your hands to say, oh, you are acting not correct in regarding the agreement.
But the European Parliament, they asked for a suspension, and then the Commission decided not to suspend it. And some of your colleagues in the Parliament said that this is completely unacceptable. But what could the Parliament really do? There's not much more that you can do, is there?
No. So we did our political statement, and the majority in our House said, yes, please suspend this agreement. But it's on the Commission and on the Council to suspend at least the agreement. And we can just politically force the other institutions to do so.
But there is a new regulation at the European Parliament you are working on.
The data protection regulation, yes, but this is now kind of pending. So we already decided in the European Parliament about the data protection regulation, but now we are waiting for the Council. They have a lot of probably legal problems to solve, and we are waiting now on the Council, but we don't know when they have finished their work and have a common statement on data protection. And so we're waiting, but if because of the ending of our term will force us again to go to plenary in March and
Let's talk shortly about the Safe Harbour agreement, which is a decision to permit American companies in Europe to transfer data in the US, although the EU and the US don't have the same adequacy in data protection. But US companies have publicly admitted that they breach EU citizen protection rights under US government pressure. Is it time to suspend or cancel the Safe Harbour agreement? You wrote a motion for a resolution on that at the European Parliament. What do you think?
Yeah. So we have two lines of intrusive measures by the US government or the US companies. So the first one is the NSA illegally. And the second one is the collecting of data for commercial issues. And these then will be analyzed so deep that it might be too intrusive to your privacy. And now NSA again is then collecting from these companies the data. So therefore we decided in our proposal for the data protection regulation that if the company is transferring data to an administration in a third country.
Let's say US company to the US government.
Yeah.
Or NSA.
Yes. Then they have to inform or ask for consent at first, and then to inform also the authorities in our member states.
But isn't it important to really, with these kind of allegations, to do something to maybe suspend at least something?
Yes, and that's what I would say. The Safe Harbour agreement, we should suspend the Safe Harbour agreement, because I think the collecting and analyzing of data in these commercial issues is much more intrusive than what the NSA is collecting.
So we should suspend it?
Yes.
This is what you think?
Yes, this is what I suggested yesterday also in our Liebe committee and the hearing, the NSA hearing. And
when suspend it? As soon as possible?
As soon as possible, and forcing also the other side, so the US side, and saying, please, let's sit together and let's fix some common standards and data protection issues, because what you are doing is not, or doesn't have limits at all, and therefore we have to fix some limits in collecting and analyzing.
Is there any support for this suggestion outside the Parliament?
The European Commission is not for that. They want to make an audit and wait until spring 2014 before they decide anything.
I would say I have the support, but so far we just discussed this yesterday. This was my proposal, but I don't have the reactions, or I don't have denying of saying, oh no, we don't want to suspend Safe Harbour. But this is a kind of a data atomic bomb, what we are doing here now. And but we have to do something to come to more privacy life also with these all new technologies.
Atomic bomb, you say, so it's serious issues we're talking about.
Yes, yes, very serious.
Okay, thank you very much then, Alex Voss, for being with us in the studio today.
Yes.
And thank you to
Thank
our
you very much.
listeners.
Thank you.